And hello again, more pictures. This could make for a lot of videos. There's me standing on a pumpkin patch of fir. There was a D9. I got to run that thing for a little while. Well, a few weeks steady, so that was one of the highlights of my life. Big old D9H. That was one that had come off the Coquihalla construction, otherwise known as the Highway Through Hell, when it was completed in 1985-86. That's shown up lots of times in my presentations. So that was in Hope. That was right up by Jamie Davis's place, but I'd never heard of him before back then. So that was the Vancouver Island at the Forest Museum in Duncan, probably 92. Well, that's vintage. That was probably 1970. That was a guy digging a well at my parents' place where I grew up. Totally not related. That was my truck. I got that in a year out of high school. It didn't look like that, obviously. I lifted it, put 35s on it, broke U-joints and front yokes and stuff in it like crazy. I don't recommend doing that. It was a stick, a 5-speed too, so a little hard on the clutch running 35. So has the back end of a John Deere 9310 or 9300 backhoe on a 450. That was the first levers I ever pulled. I didn't take that picture. That was some more of that logging in the peat bog. The water level just right there, right at the surface. But we did it. I'd switch back and forth between the bucket and the grapple. Go put the bucket on, flip big spruce stumps over, and make a big mat to walk on. Stan's truck. There's Doug and myself facing him, discussing some sort of logging matters. Yeah, that truck was fairly new then. That must have been in 98, I'm guessing. Or dump truck. Some of these are repeats. Loader had said before we got to use for unloading some firewood. An old 980. And Dad's first excavator, an old 2650 link belt. It's a great little machine. That would have been fairly new then, still had all the paint on the counterweight. No guarding on it then, so that probably was like 86, 87. Yeah, we were always around this, so I'm taking down trees. What else we got? Just random stuff inside of that Cat 980. One of my motorbikes I had, a DR 125. Little deck of logs. You can tell the hoe would come and stack them up. They'd be high, and you can always tell where the skidder had pushed up against and skidded through, because the skidder can't get them too high. That was up the coast, up off the Skeena River at Windsor Creek, between Prince Rupert and Terrace off the Skeena River. So we flew into Prince Rupert, and then we got driven down the highway, and then got thrown on a boat at a boat launch, and then took across the river, and then you had to go up 10 or 12 kilometers to the camp and building road. This was getting a rock quarry ready. Running old 235 RB, which means road builder, purpose-built machine. That was fun. That was, being a wide-eyed young kid there, that was quite an entrance into real life. A little toy logging display of a McLean boom, loading boom, and a skid-mounted donkey. So a little glass display at the Forest Museum. Oh, here, yeah, these are paintings I did. So these are like 7 1/4 inch skill saw blades. I have them hanging in my wall, most of them still down in my basement. But this was a grapple cat I did a Pacific Cat D8H. I gave this one away. Yeah, there's my 2003 John Deere 350 crawler. I did one for my dad. I gave him that one. That was of our log truck. And yes, the logs are funny color with the red and stuff on them because they were representing alder, the hardwoods that we did. Here's the Deming Log Show, 2003. So E-Series and LX. Those were still current then. The spar pole, tree climbing. Oh, I've got that saw. That's a McCulloch 99. I've got that one in my basement. Not that exact one, but one just like it. Oh, there was me doing an you had to try and dump an egg into a barrel. There I am trying out their little heel boom. Yeah, logging away. Their little bug dozer. It was my nephew on it. He didn't get into logging, so it's probably the smart one in the family. Did smart stuff. I should pick some more pictures out of here. So just grab a stack. Hope I'm not in them. That was a big job we did. That was about 18 acres, and we had to save the fence, so we had to log on both sides of this fence and maintain it. It was kind of ridiculous. It was probably 20 years old at that point, and the wire was all wrecked. But so we'd clear it, fall it, skid it, haul it, take everything off, push out the stumps, pile them up, set them on fire, burn them. The farmer had his hay field after. It was a picture of one of our little operations. You can see our D7 there and our bulldozer in the back. The excavator loading from a big deck of alder. John Deere 540 in the back going to get another turn. Dad hauling logs, cinching down a load. So. What are we looking for here? Logs. I should have pre-looked through these. I haven't. So. Just a regular little bush job. The link belt. Dad hauling up a steep hill with our 270 on. That was illegal as all get out. That was a 5-axle truck with a 68,000 pound excavator on the back, so you barely make it up that steep hill. It was 13% grade for about a mile. But we're back roading it. It wasn't hurting anybody. That was our employee, or my old high school friend. He got his truck stuck. Skidder, one of our guys, was running on one of our jobs. Just a cutout. Just a regular day in Backwoods, BC. Backwoods, BC. More backwoods. I took these. I'd go dirt biking, four-wheeling, motorbiking, chasing clear cuts and new road headings. That was our 270. My Odyssey. They are fun. They're hard on the back. So I bought one years later when I was older and didn't realize how hard they are on the back, so got rid of that. I used to do excavating too, my dad and I, so dug a 10-foot hole in some real hard ground there for an addition to a building. But these are getting too old. Rock truck up in the that was coming from the beach, getting a differential for a broken rock drill. I had to go like 12 kilometers down to the beachhead where the boat brought it. I'd take it up there and fix the drill. That was me cutting and welding. I was building a clam grapple at our sawmill for our self-loading log truck. That was up in the Coquihalla in 1991, building a logging road. High school stuff. It was up on the Skeena again, way up north. Just pioneering. It was sloppy, even though you're on the side of the mountain. It was just liquid mud. I tell everybody it was solid mud on top of solid rock. There was just nothing in between. You'd scrape that poop off, throw it on the side, and you have to put some wood and stuff down so you didn't slide off. Try and level yourself on that and go ahead. I don't know what the purpose of pioneering. We were so far ahead with that pioneering. I don't know what the advantage of it was. It should have just stopped. Well, I know the rock drill was broke. That's why I had to fix a differential in it, but kind of getting a bit too far ahead there. It was a faller. We had fall a tree on Vancouver Island in 1990 or 91. Big old fir. That's a repeat. A residential job. This was a government timber sale up in the Fraser Canyon and Black Canyon, up near Hell's Gate. Oh, that was nice fir. Man, oh man. A skidder going down the hill. There's our guy setting some chokers on a deck. This was at a woodlot. I went to look at buying some logs. These ones here, there's me walking on them, looking at some nice hardwoods. We didn't end up getting them. That's on Sumas Mountain. Same. That was the woodlot owner. This was given to me. This was in the Washington somewhere. I don't know what it is. I mean, Skagit something. Kind of Skagit, little skyline or slackline. Maybe somebody down there knows who it is. Maybe it's still down there working. Getting way out of line here with these. Should have pre-organized them. Daewoo, building logging road up in the Coquihalla. Some of our sewer water stuff. There was our Mac R. I said I learned in a Mac R600. You can just see it there. Super short wheelbase truck. Too many people ones here. Some of these people I don't like either. So, well, there's my dad. So he's cool. Really unorganized here. That was a job that didn't go good. That was a part lead to the demise of our company. We did this huge job. It was 50 acres, and we put this 50,000 cubic meter sand preload on it. It was a peat bog, so it was all filled with structural dirt from excavations in Vancouver. And so it got filled up, and then we were supposed to flip this sand pile, which is like 8 acres or 5 acres. We'd flip it each time every few months, and we rented equipment and spent money on there, and we didn't get paid. And that was sort of the beginning of the end. Our equipment got old, and it was breaking down, and we had to borrow money to fix them, and just some bad times. And that affected our logging too. The logging was basically keeping the excavating part going. Not really sharing these. That was our skidder when 404 grapple skidder when I yanked the transmission out. And there's an actual picture of it. Skidding full tree length with branches on and all.